Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. Yesterday, I talked about how I use my greeting, and some people, of course, I've gotten negative feedback for it periodically. But even though I stress I've known LGBTQIA plus people, I keep forgetting to mention lately, I am one of those. I'm in the B of the LGBTQIA plus community. So it's not just that they are out there. We are out there. And I had therapy today. So I don't actually have a lot going on in my head. Decompression time. Disruption of schedule for morning things. I got ready and so antsy until it was time. Did the therapy. Now I'm in decompression mode. It's 1:15, but I'm getting stuff done. I also did a GTA 4 speed mod video where I successfully modded taxis. I didn't learn how to do the handling. What I did was I just copied and pasted the taxi from the original handling into the modified handling. So as long as they're not smacked and pushed, they drive normally. So I want to try putting a couple more normal cars in there, just so that there's not quite so much death ammunition on the streets. But I am pleased so far. It's very cool. And then one of the few things I've written down here, I have noticed this, so I know you have noticed this, but I hadn't realized that other creators were irritated about this as well. Trying to pull my shirt so it's more symmetrical. But with YouTube putting members-only videos in recommended tabs and For You page and sidebars, and if you go to somebody's channel and you're not a member and you open up their videos, you'll see all the member things. And as this one creator was really pointing out, when he sees that, he just leaves the channel. If it's all just member videos, he's on to a different channel. He's uploaded a lot of member videos. If you scroll down, there are whole sections where it's nothing but members only videos. You can't see anything but a whole sheet of those. And that's not good for you, the user, and me, the creator, and me as a user, and the other people who are creators. It's turning people off from stuff. I only get pissed off when I see the members only stuff in the sidebars. But then there's another person who sounded another bit of a whistle on danger alarm on what's going on. There's Anton Petrov. I can't even remember his full name, and I've been subscribed to him for quite some time. He talked about on his channel how YouTube has made many of his videos dangerous to watch. Quite literally, many of his videos look okay on the computer, but if you watch them on the phone, they flash. Every couple, like not even every couple seconds, like once a second or less, they flash. He doesn't do that. And if you've got light sensitive epilepsy, well, welcome to your seizure. Thanks, YouTube. And then, of course, the AI upscaling. There's this one one fellow who does his channel with an entirely 1980s aesthetic, to the point of recording and such like that on an actual VCR, so that you get an authentic old-time video experience. He works hard. And then the YouTube AI upscaling destroys that. Anyway, this happened, and it's not irritating. It's with my game of No Man's Sky. I have talked about how I've been playing it a lot. Before, when I played it, before all the latest updates, well over a year ago, I would pick up quests periodically. And then if you go to you call up your options, there's a quests page, and it lists all your major quests and then all your side quests. And then I would have a couple here and then a couple here. And that's all. I have like 3 pages of side quests now. I just you side scroll, it brings in a new page. 3 whole pages of those. And one of them I was afraid I was going to have to give up on. It's this Outpost, Yeryon's Hole. Nice name. But it's an outpost that I accepted the position of overseer. And then, of course, at one point they got attacked by these sentinels, which are just robots that, hate organic life. There's a lot of story and a lot of lore to it. This is a Cliff's Notes version of a Cliff's Notes version. It very condensed there. They hate organic life. So they're attacking the outpost. I don't have the strength to fight them. But what I do is I'll hop on into my outpost where I'm in my administrator/overseer's office. So I go to the computer and I take care of the administrative stuff, usually welcoming somebody into the fold. And then I run outside in the opposite direction of where the UI tells me the sentinels are. And I run around the outside of the base on the far side away from them so I can get to these construction projects. Because one of the things you can do is you construct buildings. And you show up, you give them the resources, and then you gotta wait. Well, I rush in there on the outside of the place, dump my resources into whatever it is I have to do, and then I run back on the outside of the base, back to the outpost, run inside and just ignore the sentinels entirely. And it's been working. Definitely a thumbs up on that. It's fun. It is fun. I have spent way too much time just dropping onto the surface of planets and then farming resources. Yes, I have freighters a freighter that was given to me by the captain when I saved the ship from pirates. So it's my freighter, and I can do stuff with the freighter. And I've got my base on another planet. It's just been a blast and a half. Thumbs up for that. Then, apologies here. Dentures are fun. Then, I have of late taking small walks around about a block, around 11 o'clock at night. 10ish or so, I'm drinking tea. At least 2 cups of tea, 1 just hydration and 1 green tea. For the caffeine, it helps for pain, and caffeine helps to sleep if you have ADHD. But that walk also seems to help. Exercise is nice, and it's not heavy duty. I'm just walking. Not race walking like I do when I'm out for exercise. Just lightly walking. And it seems to be helping. I got like 6 hours last night. Even 5 years ago, I was lucky if I was getting 4. So the fact that I am going to bed at 5:30, at 1/2 midnight, and lasting till 6:30, sometimes almost 8 o'clock, that is a big improvement. Definitely a thumbs up on that. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, really, that's up on my list, There is this one fellow who has a channel, looking for his name, Barry Lewis. He's one of these cooking type channels, except he doesn't just bake to show, bake or cook or whatever to show off, look at what I did. He gets challenges from people in the audience to cook this or try this. He had a sandwich challenge. He did a lot of the sandwiches. One of them was a steak and kidney pie sandwich, where literally it was just 2 slices of bread, butter, and then a store-bought steak and kidney pie, which, if you're deep down home American and you've never heard of anything like that, if you've had like a beef pot pie, it's like that, except add kidneys to it. I personally don't want to ever have anything with kidneys in it. But like with a steak and kidney pie is like beef or lamb kidney. And I understand why people have eaten it in the past. It was sort of eat it or starve. But I know what kidneys are for. And I don't want to eat that stuff. I mean, it's not bad in itself. It's just your filtration system. But I don't want to eat filtration system. But it was just a steak and kidney pie between 2 slices of bread. But these were like people's comfort sandwiches. And some of the other ones up here, one of them was a peanut butter, spicy mustard, and crisps. And I think I have had just regular salty potato chips on sandwiches before. But I've never had peanut butter with spicy mustard and then regular salty potato chips on them. That seems a bit much, and I like mustard. I don't think I'd like them on peanut butter. But there was one that I will never try. It's a possibility I could, but I don't want to. It was bread, condensed milk, and sardines. And then you eat that. You just smear the condensed milk onto bread, take out those sardines and dump them on there, close it up and eat it. He said it tasted surprisingly good. It was like having a tuna sandwich. Goody? I don't want to eat sardines. It's straight, simply a me thing. Ugh. But past that, I really have not done a lot. I mean, yesterday I had my afternoon med manager appointment, and while that's a minor thing, with my reliance on things like habit and routine, my neurodivergence, any disruption is rough. So yesterday I didn't do a ton aside from do things like playing No Man's Sky. And then I went walkies, came back and relaxed, and then I went for another little walkies and went to bed. Woke up, had therapy, and now here we are. And if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you are a Patreon patron, thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. Hokey smokes. I am losing weight, but I need to eat because I'm trying not to hurt myself. And I'm eating more than just yogurt because I don't want to hurt myself. Thank you so much. You helped feed me chili this morning. And I appreciate that. Definitely a thumbs up. You are awesome, beautiful people. If you've left me a comment, you too are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up every comment that YouTube lets me. And I answer as many as my nerve compression will allow, which isn't as many as I would like, but I try to answer as many as possible because, number one, I think it's important to let you know that you've been heard. Number two, I like to engage. And then there's a third reason that I think I had one, but now I honestly can't remember. But I do like to engage for, well, yeah, then mostly the letting you know you've been heard thing. So who knows what number 3 was? I know, I sure don't. Yay. But I also play a little internet game of putting out a secret word or a writer's prompt to be written into the comments for blatant engagement farming, so the YouTube algorithm doesn't think my channel is dead quite yet. And it is nice to be heard. The last people that played were Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up and thank you. I am on the net, greatly appreciated. Adrian Bryan, 6103. Thinking back, I sincerely hope your housing situation must have worked out at least halfway okay in the end, I hope. And Chris and all your incarnations and flavors, thumbs up. Toilet Decimator, greatly appreciated, good to see you. We have Conspo Lopez, thumbs up, and as always, good to see you too. Leo Tom Music, thumbs up. I wish I could play the acoustic guitar. I'm jealous. End of this line. Now, they said that it was supposed to be like a train station thing, I think. But I think of like Tron and just Deep Threats, which is me, and I think that's awesome that it can be like read into so many things. I mean, from Tron, the original, it was, the full line is end of line. Master Control Program would sign off with that. But end of this line is a little bit more threatening. I like it. Salvatore Cento 871, thumbs up and thank you. And RJ Mitchell, greatly appreciated. Hopefully you're watching today so you can hear me say this. Yay! Thank you, each and every one of you. You're beautiful and awesome people. And if you have watched this far, if you could tell me, do you think fighting this character would be fun? Or, if you don't want to do that, if you could write Peril into the comments. Thumbs up. Do you have to play this silly little game? No, of course not. Is it nice if you would do so? Well, yeah, but I'm not going to judge anybody who does not any worse. I find it difficult to get through my executive dysfunction to do things like this. I'm not going to look bad on anyone else for not being able to, but it is cool if you can. So thumbs up. Where to put it? Anyway, though, I am going to edit, render, upload. I'm going to take care of myself as best I can. I'm going to continue playing PC games, probably No Man's Sky most of all. I'm going to do my best to try and play more of my analog games, including Realms of Peril, which, while not a solo game, you can play any game solo with just an oracle. And an oracle is just, you ask it questions, and a 6-sided die can be any oracle if you want to get that basic, because, you know, if you roll, you can get a yes, or a yes and, or a yes but, and a no but, or a no and, or just no. You can answer all sorts of things. Gosh, do I find any clues in here? Why, yes. And then you go from there. That was just a really quick one. But hey, I hope you can get done the things that you want to get done today. And if not, please do not beat yourself up, because you deserve better. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. You know, I should compile some words of wisdom, so I have some words of wisdom at the end of this. Instead, all I have is foolishness or nothing at all. Which, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I gotta click up here though, so I can click over here on this thing. So it'll stop recording.